Hello students, today we are going to learn properties of an AP. Okay, first property is if a constant is added or subtracted from each term of an AP, then the resulting sequence is also an AP with the same common difference. Okay, so suppose A1, A2 up to AN, this is a AP with common difference D. Okay, so let A1, A2 up to N be an AP with common difference D. Okay, if we add constant or if we subtract constant from each term of an AP, okay, so suppose if we add constant k to each term of an AP, so that is A1 plus k, A2 plus k, and so on, An plus k. Okay, so if we add or subtract constant number to each term of an AP, then this sequence is also an AP with same common difference. Okay, so how we show that this is AP, A1 plus K, A2 plus K, these are the terms. So A2 plus K minus, if we find difference, A1 plus K. So that is A2 plus K minus A1 minus K. So this plus K minus K will get cancelled. A2 minus A1. Okay, now A2 minus A1, that is the common difference of this AP. So A2 minus A1 is a D. Okay, so if we add constant to the AP or if we subtract constant from each term of an AP, then resulting sequence means this sequence is an AP with same common difference. Okay, this is the first property of an AP. Okay, so we have to use this all properties. Okay, so one by one we will see properties of an AP. Okay, so this is first property. Now we will see second property. Second property is if each term of given AP is multiplied or divided by a non-zero constant k, then the resulting sequence is also an AP with common difference k into d or d upon k, where d is a common difference of given AP. Okay, so if we multiplied or divided by a non-zero constant k or non-zero constant to the given AP, then resulting sequence is also an AP with common difference k into d. So when we multiplied by k, then resulting sequence, common difference of resulting sequence, we will get k into d, and if we divide by k, then common difference of the resulting sequence is d upon k. Okay, where d is the common difference of given AP. Okay, so again same A1, A2 up to AN, DN, AP with common difference D. Okay, and if we multiply by k, so A1k, A2k up to AN into k be the sequence. Okay, now we have to show that this is also an AP. So if we find common difference, so suppose I am taking general term, that is ANK minus, now how we find common difference, next term minus previous term. So here nth term is the last term, so previous term is AN minus 1 into k is equal to, now if we take k common, what is remain, AN minus 1. Okay, and this means an minus n minus 1th term, so that is a common difference of this AP, so that is a D. Okay, so if we multiplied by any non-zero constant k or divided by any non-zero constant k, then resulting sequence is an AP with common difference kd or d by k. Okay, if we divided by k, similarly we can prove this. Okay, here I am proving for multiplication. So you can prove similarly for when we divide any non-zero constant k. Okay. So this is second property of an AP. Okay. Now we will see third property. Okay. Third property is in a finite AP, the sum of the terms equidistant from the beginning and end is always same and equal to the sum of first and last term. Okay. So first I am explaining with giving examples. Suppose 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay. This is a finite AP. Okay. And what is given property number 3? The sum of the terms equidistant from the beginning and end. Suppose I am taking second term from the beginning and second term from the end. Okay. So here second term from the beginning is 4 and second term from the end is 12. So addition of this 4 plus 12, that is a 16. Okay. And this sum, that is equal to sum of first term and last term. 14 plus 2, that is also 16. Similarly, if I am taking third term from the beginning and third term from end, that is a 16. Okay. So sum of the terms equidistant from the beginning and end is always same and equal to the sum of first and last term. Okay. So here now we have to generalize this A1, A2 up to AN. This is AP. Okay, with common difference D. Okay, and we have to show that suppose I am taking kth term from the beginning, then kth term from the end. How we write? That is n minus k plus 1th term from the beginning. Okay, total n terms are there. Okay, see once again, I am taking kth term from the beginning and kth term from the end. Okay, or here I am writing, okay, kth term from beginning plus kth term from end is equal to kth term from beginning, that is a AK, plus kth term from end. How we write in terms of beginning terms? Means kth term from end, total n terms are there. So kth term from end, how we write from beginning? That is a n minus k plus 1. Okay, you can observe here. Suppose I have to find second term. Now here total terms are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So total 7 terms are there. Okay. Now here I am taking second term from end. Okay, this is second term from end. 12 is the second term from end. And what is the position when we count from beginning? That is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is a sixth term from beginning. Okay, so how we will get this number? That is a 7 minus 2 plus 1. Okay, so similarly here, kth term from end, that is equal to how we count from beginning? Total n terms are there, so n minus k plus 1. Okay, that is the position of kth term from end from the beginning. Okay, now kth term, how we write? A plus k minus 1 into d plus n minus k plus 1th term, a plus n minus k plus 1 minus 1 into d. That is a plus k minus 1 into d plus a. This is n plus 1 minus 1 cancel, n minus k into d. Okay, so a plus this a I am keeping as it is, k minus 1 into d and n minus k into d. If we take d common, what is remain? K minus 1 plus n minus k into d. This plus k minus k cancel, so a plus a, this as it is, plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so this term means nth term, so a plus a n. Okay, so sum of the term equidistant from the beginning and end is always same, and it is equal to the sum of first term and last term. Okay, understand this property. Now we will take fourth property. Fourth property is three numbers a, b, c are in AP if and only if, this is the abbreviation of if and only if and only if 2b is equal to a plus c. Okay, means if a, b, c are in AP, then 2b is equal to a plus c, or if 2b is equal to a plus c, then we can say that a, b, c are in AP. Okay, so first I am taking a, b, c are in AP. If a, b, c are in AP, okay, so if these three terms are in AP, common difference between consecutive terms means b minus a and difference between c minus b, that is equal. Okay, these three terms are in AP means difference between a and b and difference between c and d, that is the same. So b minus a is equal to c minus b. So from this, if we shift minus b here, so b plus b is equal to minus a. If we shift here, c plus a, that is a 2b is equal to c plus a or a plus c. Okay, so if a, b, c are in AP, 2b is equal to a plus c. Okay, and conversely, if 2b is equal to a plus c, so again if we write steps in reverse order, 2b is equal to a plus c means b plus b is equal to a plus c. Okay, then c minus b is equal to b minus a. Okay, so difference between the terms is equal means a, b, c are in AP. Okay, so this is important property. If three numbers a, b, c are in AP, then 2b is equal to a plus c. Okay, and this b is called as the arithmetic mean of a and c. Okay, that is a b, we can write here b is equal to a plus c divided by 2. So sum of two numbers divided by 2 means this is the mean. So b is called as the arithmetic mean of a and c. Okay, now we will see next property. Fifth property is a sequence is an AP if and only if its nth term is a linear expression in n, that is a nth term is given like this way, an plus b, where a and b are constant. In such case, the coefficient of n, so here coefficient of n is a, that is the common difference of the AP. Okay, so suppose I am taking example here, nth term is given 3n plus 5. So this is in linear expression of n, and if it is linear expression of n, given sequence is an AP and common difference, that is the coefficient of n. So here coefficient of n is 3. So this is an AP and common difference is 3. Okay, so if we have to prove like this way, general term is given an plus b, then how we find common difference? So I am taking or I am finding n minus 1th term. So how we find n minus 1 term? Replace n by n minus 1. So a into n minus 1 plus b. So that is a an minus a plus b. So if you have to find d, subtract this term, that is a previous term from next term. So an minus an minus 1, that is an plus b minus an minus a plus b. So that is a an plus b minus an plus a minus b. So this term will get cancelled, only a remain. This is the independent of n. Okay, this term is independent of n. So if it is independent of n, we already see that if difference is independent of n, then that is a AP. Okay, and this means common difference is coefficient of n. So here an plus b, that is the nth term. So coefficient of n is a. So common difference of this AP is a. Okay, so we can use directly this result. Okay, suppose like this way, nth term is given, and if they are given sequence is an AP or not, so directly you can say this is a linear expression of n. So given sequence is an AP and common difference is a coefficient of n, that is a 3. Okay, so directly you can use this property. Okay, now we will see next property. Next property is a sequence is an AP if and only if the sum of its first n terms is of the form an square plus bn, where a and b are constants and independent of n. Okay, means if Sn is given an square plus bn in this form, and a and b are constants and independent of n, means in a and b again n is not there, then that is an AP and common difference is a 2 into a, that is the 2 times the coefficient of n square. Okay, so first we have to prove that this is an AP. So how we prove this? First we have to find nth term. So for that I am finding sum of n minus 1 term. So that is a into n minus 1 square, replace n by n minus 1 in this, plus b into n minus 1. So a into n minus 1 square, that is n square minus 2n plus 1 plus bn minus b. So an square minus 2an plus a plus bn minus b. So an is equal to Sn minus Sn minus 1. So Sn is an square plus bn minus Sn minus 1. Now I am writing directly minus, because of this minus sign will be changed. So minus an square minus minus plus 2an minus a minus bn and plus b. Okay, so this an square minus an square cancel, plus bn minus bn cancel. So what is remain? 2an minus a plus b. This is a nth term. So again, for we have to show that this is an AP. So for that I am finding n minus 1th term. So replace n by n minus 1. So 2a n minus 1 minus a plus b. That is a 2an minus 2a, then minus a plus b. So that is a 2an minus 2a minus a minus 3a plus b. Okay, now if we have to find d or common difference, that is an minus a n minus 1. So that is an is this 2an minus a plus b. Okay, minus this n minus 1 term. So minus 2an minus minus plus, that is a 3a and minus b. So this cancel, 3a minus a, 2a plus b minus b cancel. Okay, now an minus 1, that is a d, common difference. Okay, so this is independent of n. So if common difference is independent of n, given sequence is an AP. Okay, and this also we prove here common difference is 2a. Okay, So now you can use directly this result. Sn is equal to an square plus bn if it is given. Then given sequence is an AP and common difference is 2 into 8, that is 2 into coefficient of n square. So suppose Sn is given 3n square plus 5n. So 5n, okay. So directly you can say that this sequence is an AP and common difference is 2 into a, that is a 2 into coefficient of n square. So 2 into 3, 6. So common difference is 6. Okay. So directly you can use this result. Okay. Now we will see next property. Now we will see two properties, okay, which are easy. First, 7 properties. If the terms of an AP are chosen at regular intervals, then that terms also form an AP. So suppose I am taking example 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, okay, and so on. Suppose this is an AP, and if I am taking terms which are at even places, that is this is second place, then fourth place, then sixth place, eighth place, 10th place, okay. So I am taking these terms 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, okay. So these terms also form an AP, that is a 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, okay. So this is the meaning of this property. If the terms of an AP are chosen at regular intervals, then they form an AP. So if I am taking this, suppose even terms, even places terms, then that terms also form an AP. Okay, so this is 7 property. And 8 properties, if an plus 1 and an plus 2 means nth term, n plus 1th term and n plus 2nd term are 3 consecutive terms of an AP, then 2 into n plus 1th term is equal to an plus n plus 2th term, okay. That is, similarly, if ABC are 3 consecutive terms, then we can write 2b is equal to a plus c. So similarly, nth term, n plus 1 term and n plus 2 term are the 3 consecutive terms of an AP. So for any 3 consecutive terms of an AP, we can write 2 into middle term is equal to first term plus third term, okay. Any consecutive terms. Suppose I am taking these 3 consecutive terms of this AP, then 2 into this term. So 2 into 4 is 8 is equal to 6 plus 2. Okay. So for any 3 consecutive terms of an AP, we can write this. Okay. Understand these properties. So write all the properties in your notebook. Now we will solve examples based on these properties. First example is, if A, B, C are in AP, prove that the following are also in AP. Okay, so we have to prove that 1 upon BC, 1 upon CA and 1 upon AB, that is in AP. Okay, so there are actually 2 methods. So first method is, if ABC are in AP, okay, so ABC are in AP, okay. Now I am dividing each term by A into B into C, okay. So by second property, if we divide by any non-zero constant to each term of an AP, then this is also an AP. So this is, these terms are also in AP, okay. So this will get cancelled. So 1 upon DC, 1 upon AC and 1 upon AP are also in AP, okay. Understand this. If ABC are in AP, we can divide by A into B into C, that is any non-zero constant. If we divide it by any non-zero constant, then resulting sequence is also an AP. So I am dividing by ABC to each term of an AP. So if we divide this, we will get these terms 1 by BC, 1 by AC and 1 by AP. So these are in AP. Okay. So this is first method. And second method is ABC are in AP. So if ABC are in AP, 2B is equal to A plus C, okay, or B is equal to A plus C by 2. We have to show that 1 upon BC, 1 upon CA, 1 upon AB are in AP. That is what we have to show, that 2 into this term, middle term, 2 into 1 upon CA is equal to 1 upon BC plus 1 upon AB. Okay, that is that 2 by CA is equal to 1 by BC plus 1 by AB. Okay, so I am taking RHS 1 by BC plus 1 by AB. So B take common from denominator, so that is 1 by B is equal to 1 by C plus 1 by A. So if you make same denominator, 1 by B, A plus C upon AC. Okay, so 1 by B, A plus C value is 2B, so 2B upon AC. So this B will get cancelled. So what is remain? 2 divided by AC, that is a LHS. Okay, so 2 divided by AC is equal to 1 by BC plus 1 by AB. Okay, so if we write this, 1 by BC plus 1 by AB is equal to 2 by AC, means 1 by BC, 1 by CA and 1 by AB are in AB. Okay, so this is a second method. So you can use any one method to show that the terms are in AP. Okay, understand this. So we will take another examples to show that sequence are in AP. Okay, second example is B plus C, C plus A plus B. We have to show that these terms are in AP. Okay, so I am using second method. ABC are in AP, therefore 2B is equal to A plus C. Okay, to show B plus C, C plus A plus B are in AP, that is 2 into C plus A is equal to A plus B plus C plus A plus B. Okay, so I will start from RHS. So RHS is equal to B plus C plus A plus B. Okay, so B plus C plus A plus B means B plus B, that is a 2B plus C plus A. Now again 2B is equal to A plus C, so A plus C plus C plus A, that is a 2A plus 2C. We can take 2 common, A plus C, or we can write like this, 2 into C plus A, that is equal to LHS. Okay, and meaning of this, these three terms B plus C, C plus A and A plus B are in A. Okay, understand this. For more practice, solve example from worksheet. Okay, and in next video we will take more examples based on properties.